Okay, let's look at a new data set. This one is from the basketball team and the scores they had for their season. So firstly, what type of data is this? So clearly this is numerical data, okay? And it is discrete because in a basketball game, you can only have a whole number as a point score. You can't have 68.5 points, okay? So we know that it's numerical and discrete. Now, one of the things is the range. So the range is where we take the highest number and we remove from that the lowest number. So in this case here, 84 is the biggest score that the team scores for the season, and the lowest score that they got for the season was 40, okay? So if we do 84, take away 40, and so that equals 44, and that is the range for this particular set of data. Now, importantly, when you do the range, you should always have the equation with the high and the low and the final range added as your answer. Don't just put the range, the number, okay? You always include that set of equation that goes with it. Okay. Next, we're going to look at the idea of intervals, okay? And what this means is, unlike in our previous example where we looked at the number of siblings that students had, this time we've got such a range of data that we want to be able to group them into little interval slots, okay? So we want to be able to group them together. So for example, all the scores that were from say 0 through to 9, and then all the scores from 10 through to 19, that sort of thing, okay? So when we look at a data set like this, what we do is we take the range and we divide it by a number that will give us about 10 or less intervals, okay? So this example here, we've got 44, okay? And we want to divide it here by 5. Now I say 5 because 5 eighths are 40, 5 nines are 45. And so that gives us a number in between 0 and 10 that seems appropriate for this group. And once we do that division question, okay? Once we do that division question here, we see that it gives us an answer of 8.8, okay? So that means we can round that off to about 9, okay? We round it off to 9, so that we will end up with an interval size of 5, okay? 5 nines are 45, and we will have 9 groups, okay? So let's set that up on our frequency table now. Okay, so I've drawn the basic frequency table, and you can see here I've gone NO dot, which is number of PTS, points scored. So number of points scored, which is all of this data here, the tally, and then the frequency FREQ dot. Okay, so that's our abbreviations for that. So now we want to do our intervals. So we know our lowest score was 40. So we start at 40 and we want to go in groups of 5, because remember 5 nines were 45, and we're going to have 9 groups here. So 40 up to 44, okay? Now, I know some of you are thinking, oh, but that's plus 5. No. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, okay? So that gives us 5 numbers that fall into there, okay? So then we go, the next one will be 45 up to 45, and it'll be 49, okay? So 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, okay? So then we go to 50, and it'll go up to 54, and you see this repeating 4 pattern, so you think the 9 is going to repeat here. Okay, so we're going to go 55 all the way up to 59, okay, and then we're going to go to 60 all the way up to 64, and etc. down the page, okay. Now obviously I won't fit all of that in here, but you can get the gist of where that's going, to get all the way down, and the last number that will appear in our interval will be 80 all the way across to 84. We then look at our data and we need to count up all the scores that are 40 to 44. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. From 45 to 49, okay? So 1, 2, 3, okay, and we have 3 there, 1, 2, 3, okay. I'll fill in the rest of the chart now. Okay, so here we have our completed frequency table. We've got all our intervals in from 40 to 44, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 intervals. Okay, and with an intervals of 5. Okay, all of my tally filled in. You'll see, notice here that 60 to 64 there were no scores for that, but so nothing gets filled in here, but a 0 goes in here. And then we add up all of these, and it should add up to a total of 40. Okay, so this is because there were 40 scores in the original set of data. Okay.